Well, I'm honored to be interviewed by the first Pakistani.
First Pakistani.
Am I right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I am so honored.
Thank you so
And
much.
I will go down in history.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hello, guys. I hope you're doing well. This is Syed Muhammad Shamuel Shees, a certified safety professional and OSHA authorized outreach trainer. I am also having 13 years of dedicated occupational safety and health experience. But what kind of the person I'm meeting right now, it's really amazing. So I'm having James in front of me, who's going to be an upcoming president of ASSP, and that would be the tenure for 2023 and 24. He's a certified safety professional, CIH, and FASSP, the fellow member, an amazing profile I do have. I will explain you later on everything. He has contributed a lot into this field, and he's amazing guy in front of me, and I'm going to interview him. And that is the privilege for me, being a Pakistani, being the first Pakistani to interview the person who is not in front of you yet. So hi James, how are you? I hope you're doing well.
I'm doing well, and please call me Jim. My mother calls me James.
Oh, that's amazing.
You can call me Jim if you like.
Okay, James. So how are you doing right now?
I'm doing fine. The session just opened. We had a good opening session, and we've got a couple or 3 more days of adventure here in our professional conference. So doing very well. Things are going smoothly right now.
That's really amazing. I have few questions that would be helpful for me and for other safety professionals. How do you see ASSP international chapters to contribute into that particular regions that are still in the growing stages, like Pakistan is, and we are contributing a lot. But once again, what kind of the help you can contribute, and what do you see in the upcoming year in your tenure?
Well, we encourage international development, Pakistan and other countries as well. Safety is universal. There are different cultures, of course, but the importance of sending people, workers back home safely to their families is a universal language. And we must work together with Pakistanis and other non-US countries to do a good job of sending people back home as they came to us.
That's really amazing. Do you have any specific goals within your tenure that you're going to improve from the previous one? Definitely, we do learn a lot from our mistakes and the opportunities we have. So what do you think you will be doing in your coming tenure that would be much better than the previous one?
Well, I think the one thing we're working on currently and will finish during my term is our strategic plan. We need to understand better how the practice of occupational safety and health has changed, and accordingly, we need to develop and implement programs that embrace those changes. And so one of the things I'm very excited about is developing completing the strategic plan, which will then guide us and provide a template for all occupational safety and health members, irrespective of country. I think it's important to have a plan. And so you must plan first and execute later. So having that plan developed and offering it to other countries and other professionals is high on my list. The other thing is important to me is including our diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Workers come from many disciplines, from many cultures, from many backgrounds, and we need, as a society, as safety and health professionals, we need those people to be able to speak the language, to understand the culture, and all facets of workplace safety and health that benefit those workers. That's very important that we advance that as well. The third thing that I'm very interested in is continuous education of our existing safety professionals. We must learn again. We can't be content to operate with the knowledge that we have. We need to improve it, expand on it, and those are kind of 3 quick things that, and there are many others. There are many others, but those are kind of high on my list.
That's really appreciated that you're working in that particular ways and areas that really needs much more improvement, I believe. Now, two most important questions from Pakistan land. The very first question: would there be any opportunities for Pakistani safety professionals that are holding certified safety professionals and other privileged qualifications that are renowned and accepted specifically in US? Because when we used to come from that land to here, we need to have H1B visa or certain sponsorship. So would you be able to contribute your certain things that the companies over here would welcome those professionals that are having the opportunities they can have along with those particular professionals?
Maybe I don't understand exactly the concept you're talking about, so could you expand on it just a little bit?
Yes. Basically, there are a lot of the safety professionals that are willing to do the particular jobs of occupational health and safety in US.
Yeah.
But whenever they are applying, they got rejected due to their visa status. So the companies here needs to provide the sponsorship visa to them, and that's what I do understand. That's a tricky process, but would you able to raise your voice with those companies that they do encourage the people from Pakistan to apply here, and then they provide them the assistance and sponsorship, all those things?
Understand. What I would like to do is, and this is not necessarily a good answer, but I'd like to have a longer conversation with you. If there is something that we are within our capability to make that happen, of course we would be open to that. And so, but I am not understanding the visa, all of the tentacles of that program. So, but I would tell you, whatever we can do within our capacity, of course we would welcome that.
That would be perfect, guys. This is something really very important, and there is no one to raise this voice and to contribute and to discuss with the professionals. So I will try to contribute my vision. I will try to elaborate my visions to him so that you guys can be benefited all over Pakistan. The last important question, Jim, is that we are having one major issue related to the salary brackets. We don't have any kind of the regulatory reforms or regulations that we can at least privilege safety professionals. They are underpaid in Pakistan, and that is bitter reality, due to no regulations present at this time. So we used to raise the voice from different platforms, like ASSP is one of the wonderful platform we can do that. So can you highlight, or can you do something for that so that we can regularize a minimum salary bracket in every region, and specifically in Pakistan? What do you suggest? Can we do something from this platform to fix at least this much minimum salary for occupational health and safety professionals, specifically those who hold ASSP professional membership or the student membership? They would be privileged.
Yeah, I think that number one, I think that we should have even more occupational safety and health professionals in Pakistan and other countries, all countries. Second is, we talked a little bit before we came on about different cultures and what is and differences in cultures. Where in U.S. Standards are very important; they're enforced. There are fines and prison time and penalties. And confess I don't know the requirements or what the appetite for enforcement is in Pakistan. I would say, with more occupational safety and health professionals who can make the case to their own companies of the importance of whether it is a financial burden or not, but the moral case for sending someone home back to his or her own family at the end of the day is an important. It's a universal. It's a universal moral obligation to do that. So, in spite of the fact that there may not be governing statutes which are enforced, I believe there must be a moral high ground for occupational safety and health professionals. And I think this comes under the heading of soft skills, meaning how do I, in spite of the fact there's no regulation that I can point to. How can I use my soft skills to convince my management
Yes.
of doing the right thing?
Exactly.
Is it the money? Is it the moral obligation? There are many reasons. So that's why we need to have the continuing training of occupational safety and health professionals who can, this is my word, market safety.
Yes. That's really amazing things that I'm learning from James. And one last question to you. Do you encourage the safety qualifications around the world? Because we have a lot of the qualifications, a lot of the certifications that are not regularized even. Private institutions are trying to deliver the certificates to a lot of the candidates, and they do because they're from US. But if they are not accredited, then I believe so that would not be a value addition to their personal professional career. So how do you think that ASSP would be contributing towards regularization of all those companies working here in US or around the world and using the platform or this land, name of this land? So would you be contributing your part from ASSP to ask them to be accredited or at least get the memberships from ASSP so that they can be recognized well, and if somebody is having their qualifications, they would be recognized too?
Right. The certification body in the U.S. is the Board of Certified Safety Professionals, who have their examinations and qualifications, pre-qualifications for certifications. ASSP, I'm sorry, that was a terrible slip. ASSP is the important thing there is we recognize accredited schools for education purposes, that sort of thing. And so I think it important that certification should be taken very seriously, and it should be earned by virtue of education and experience, and not fill out the form and send the check in and you get your badge back. So I think it's very serious. So I think as far as across the globe, I think the model of certification for America, and I'm not trying to say America is better than anyone, but it's a pretty good model to maybe try to replicate in whatever country it might be. Is it a hard thing to do? Of course it is, but nothing good is easy, say.
That's really amazing because I've been into the Rutgers, New Jersey. I did my OSHA courses from there and it was amazing. Yes, definitely, you're absolutely right. We have to input our whole time there. We have to input some of our precious time. That is why we just get the value back. So it was really amazing, Jim, and I'm privileged to have you on board, have your interview, very first interview, and I believe that I'm the first Pakistani getting you on board and interviewing.
Well, I am honored. I hope I've said something that would be helpful to people.
Indeed.
And when I take office July the 1st, I talked about some of the things that are my personal interests and we hope will benefit all safety professionals, whether in the U.S., Pakistan, or other countries. So I am very humble and very honored to be in this position and to have members to have elected me. And I'm going to try very hard to do a good job to benefit workers not only in the U.S., but around the world, to go home to their families at the end of the day.
So guys, this is Jim, and a really amazing person I met. And again, I'm saying that this is really very important to implement occupational health and safety standards within your own country, own regions, own companies, because this is something, if you don't take it seriously, then definitely in terms of financial losses, not only in terms of financial losses, but you can bear the lives. We can afford the losses of life that we are currently facing all over the world in those regions that are underdeveloping. So thank you, James, and we wish you best of luck for your upcoming tenure, and I really say thank you for being my guest for the very first time, and I'm privileged. I'm honored.
Well, I'm honored to be interviewed by the first Pakistani.
First Pakistani. Yes.
Am I right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I am so honored.
Thank you so
And
much.
I will go down in history.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I'll be meeting you in next upcoming sessions, and everywhere I can meet you, I'll be in stay connected with you, and definitely I'll publish this on my website. And ASSP Pakistan chapter is going to be privileged with this particular interview.
And if I can help the chapter in any way, I want to be very accessible to you.
Thank you so much, Dan. Thank you so much. Thank you.